Well, one thing I can say for sure, there is no silver shortage in the Backyard Bullion household. We've been very, very busy over the last few months. We've got new products to share with you, updates on silver dice, and also some sneak peeks into our YouTube analytics as well, which have been going through the roof as of late. So, let's crack on with the Backyard Bullion State of the Backyard Address. Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and a warm welcome to you all joining me for another Precious Metal Ramble. Although today we're going to coin the phrase the Backyard Bullion State of the Backyard Address. So a little bit of an update on all things BYB, from our new 100-gram channel bars, which are available now, to an update for all of the people who have pre-ordered one of our silver dice. The run-up to Christmas is fast approaching as well. And I also want to do a little bit of a YouTube update, which is where I'm going to start actually, because we've had a huge uptick in the number of views in the last month. As you can see here, 144% more views than we previously get, with nearly 240,000. Most of that's been fueled by the video where I just took a bar out of some plastic. The YouTube algorithm is a majestic and wonderful thing, and I have no idea how it works, but there we go. It has brought a bunch of new subscribers to the channel, 1,200 new subs, so welcome. We pour silver for a living. If you did not know, here we are. It's not going to be the most topical video for all of you new people, but maybe if you're in the Backyard Bullion Rambling Society and you watch to the end as a member of the Cool Kids Club, you'll enjoy what we do for a living. This is it, pouring silver. So the first place to start, in fact, I want to talk about the channel bars, but the first place to start before we lose attention of most of you is going to be dice. I've got an incredible couple of photos to share from one of my customers. So these photos were taken by one of my customers, Dr. Dave, over on the Silver Forum. He's also got an Instagram page, and I'll link all of that in the description below. But he was the guy who started it all with the dice. He just said, "Can someone make a silver dice?" I said yes. And then he's taken these incredible photos. So a huge thank you to Dr. Dave for that exceptional talent. We will be using him again, I am sure, for some professional photography on our other products. But a huge thank you to him. Go and check him out. I think you can agree those are some of the best photos that I have ever seen, and a huge thank you again to Dr. Dave for sending me those through. So we'll get to the dice update in a moment, but I do want to talk about our channel bars now, which are available on our website. So if you would like to purchase these, then you can. There's a link down in the description box below to backyardbullion.com. For the very best prices though, please email me directly and we can cut PayPal out of the equation and give you a little bit of a discount. They are a new design for 2022 with the BYB wide and big logo on these bars, which I think complements our signature ripples absolutely incredibly well. Really happy with the way these turned out, and of course on the reverse we have got them all individually serialized, and of course the weight and date on there too, as well as the incredible hallmarks from the Edinburgh Assay Office. Really lovely, big, deep stamped hallmarks, which are really important, so important, and it really is one of the best things that any poured silver producer here in the UK can do to protect their customers as well as their own brands. So 100% worth doing, and I don't understand why some people don't, but that's a discussion for another time. Here is our channel bars. So a big thank you to anyone and everyone who is interested. Go and have a look on our website. There's a link down in the description below. Next little update I want to share is on the Silver Forum products. So whilst you can see some of our Silver Forum rounds still here on the table, these are just ones that we have vaulted for customers who are away at the moment. I think at the time of filming, we literally just have one singular 1 ounce round left, and I suspect that'll be gone by the time this video goes live. But if miraculously it's not, then that's available on our website right now as well. But a huge thank you to all the Silver Forum community and the wider YouTube community here who have bought these rounds. It really does go a long way to help support the forum and of course our brand too. And 2023 is just around the corner, and that means that I've got to start thinking about producing 250 of our little 1 ounce Silver Forum bars again, which is great to do, and I don't take it for granted that we do such incredible work with the forum, but it's a lot of work and I'm kind of dreading it and looking forward to it at the same time. So there we have the Silver Forum update. Dice, that's the next one. Let's do dice now. As you can see, we've got a lot of dice in this beautiful Apmex box, and I've had this for so long, since the very early days of silver pouring. and I naively bought a bunch of silver shot from APMEX and got charged a humongous fee for importing it to the UK. It did not work out cheap, but I kept the box. And we have got some dice in it now, albeit dice in their kind of primary form. So, well, actually secondary form. The primary form is when they come out of the molds looking like this, and then we sand them down with our belt sander. In fact, let's just put the others down so we've got two, and then I'm not risking dropping them, because let me tell you, dropping these when I've put so much energy and effort into sanding them would be a little bit of a nightmare. So these are by no means finished, and as you saw from the pictures earlier on from Dr. Dave, they will of course have their pips put in them and their surfaces sand down further. But for what we do primarily, we will sand, as you can see, all of the little molds details down. Of course, the top, which is a little bit like a muffin top, gets flattened out as well. And then once they're in this state here, we'll measure out and put the pips on, and then resand them down to a smoother finish, and then send them off for laser hallmarking at the assay office. And then eventually they'll end up looking as close to this one as possible. This one is my prototype dice, which I will never sell. It's mine. It's my own dice for me. But this one is the number style, the D&D sort of style on these dice here. But you can see the difference that we'll have when we get down to that finish, that beautiful smooth finish, and let me tell you, it feels so good in the hand. Now, that update for all of you who've pre-ordered is still targeting Christmas as the absolute last deadline. I suspect it will be the early part of December when they're ready. What we at now, so it's on what, the sort of 13th of December, right? Sorry, November right now. God, if it was 13th of December, I'd be panicking. The plan is we've got what, 36, 37, 39 of these sanded now. Got 12 more to do. That'll bring us to 52 dice. So we're looking at maybe like another 4 or 5 days worth to get them to this stage. Then we've got to stamp them. That'll take maybe a day or two, I think, the stamping, and then I'm going to have to sand down the side that needs the hallmark first. We'll do that quickly on all of them so we can get them hallmarked, because that's the X factor in terms of turnaround. So I would think that we're going to get them into the assay office the back end of next week, and that will be the 18th, and then that's a 1 week, 2 week turnaround max. So the sort of 2nd of December, I'd hope to have them all back, and then it'll literally just be each dice needs to be sanded down to that smooth finish and then shipped. That's it, and we'll just be working furiously in that week. So I'm still working, for all of you who have pre-ordered, for the week commencing the 5th of December as the shipping date, and we'll get them out then come hell or high water, fingers crossed. It might even be sooner if the assay office turnaround is quicker, which I think it probably will be. But it is Christmas, fast approaching, and that means that usually assay officers are pretty busy with all the Christmas trade, all of the kind of Christmas jewellery and all that kind of thing that's going in. And we also have usually a big rush of things at Christmas too, in the form of our poured silver. So I'm kind of shooting the gun here by producing a bunch of silver hearts. This one hasn't been cleaned yet. It's still got a little bit of the old graphite from the pouring, but we've got a whole bunch of these hearts, which are looking great. And we'll take orders for other things as well. I will be submitting a batch to the assay office this coming week that we're doing of just general poured silver. So if you want something, now would be the time to get in touch. As you can see, we've done a bunch of hearts already, but if you wanted, I don't know, anything we do, the pirate rounds, the Celtic rounds, something made to order, then now's the time. I'm not going to have time just to pour a whole bunch of general stock of cool things to list. There will be some. I've got some that I pre-poured a few months ago just to have a stock, but it's not a lot, and I'm so busy right now that I don't think I'll be able to pour a lot more. So that's where we are with the run up to Christmas. It's pretty hectic. Not only are we pouring a lot of silver in the run up to Christmas, but of course this is the time any YouTuber will tell you that it is now the time to make hay with videos. So we're going to be putting some, I think, lots of effort. Well, I always put lots of effort in my YouTube videos, I like to think anyway, with maybe the exception of the one where I cut that bar out of plastic. Honestly, for those of you who are watching to this point, which I can only assume are you Crazy Cool Kids Club's members, the Backyard Bullion Rambling Society, here's a little bit of a kind of backyard insight for you. I forgot to film a video for that day, and it got to lunchtime Friday, and I was like, right, oh, hang on, I haven't filmed something. So I was frantically looking around for something to film on, and I was like, hang on, this bar, I haven't shown this before, let's do that. Oh, but it's not particularly interesting. How can I make this a video that's a bit more interesting? Oh, it's in plastic. I'll cut it out of the plastic. and 71,000 views later on YouTube's algorithm. Yeah, it's crazy. So beyond the sometimes I forget that I haven't filmed something occasions, we have got a bunch of cool things in the pipework for the run up to Christmas in terms of new products and new coins coming in and lots of other fun things that have been sent to us. So definitely worth sticking around. And if you're not subscribed and you've watched to what, 10th minute of this video now, then you are officially cool because you're in the Cool Kids Club and you need to subscribe. That's all I'll say. So that's it from me. For those of you that have watched to the end and want to support the channel even further than just watching to the end, which, by the way, don't feel like you have to. You know, one of the things that I pride myself on is we don't kind of e-beg. You know, I'm not saying you have to go and buy these now. We need you to buy these now. If you don't buy these now, I'm not going to survive. That's not how I roll. That's not how I am. That's not who I am. But if you do want to buy them and support the channel, then you can. There's links down in the description. If you want to get a dice, we're going to have a few spares. Probably not many by the time they're done because more pre-orders keep trickling in. And I suspect a few will come in from today's video as well. So, yeah, thank you one and all. And we'll see you on the next video. That's it for the Backyard Bullion State of the Backyard address. Thank you to everyone who has contributed to our channel in terms of comments over this year. You guys are really, really, really good at commenting. And I really do appreciate it, especially all of you that comment at the end of videos to say hello to Mrs. Backyard Bullion. She gets a giggle every time I show her a bunch of the comments. I try my best to reply to as many comments as I can, but at the moment with this huge sort of bump in views that we've been getting, it's difficult to keep up. And it's not difficult because I don't have the time specifically, but difficult because I just don't have, well, I guess it is time, actually. I mean, I have time, but at the same time, I'm working on all of this stuff so often that when I find time, it's at night when I'm on the sofa, and I do need to try and switch off sometimes. So I do try and reply to everything, but the time that I have to do it is kind of downtime, which is really important to turn off and switch off. You know, I am conscious of the fact that I'm starting to ramble here, but you know, for those of you who know me, I'm going to just do it. I'm going to ramble at the camera. But for those of you who know me, you'll know that I put a lot of effort and energy into what I do, everything that I do. You know, I'm definitely on the spectrum when it comes to that kind of attention to detail. I do really go to the nth degree, but I also enjoy switching off a lot, and I have been known not to do that very well in the past, but certainly in this last year I've been a lot better at it, and it's really important to do. So I hope that makes sense. Anyway, look, I really have rambled to the end, so if you're still watching, then you're in the super extra special Cool Kids Club. Thank you. We'll see you on the next video. I'm done now. Thank you all for watching. As always, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.